Well, hello, and welcome to Stop, Let's Team Up My Legion Adventure, episode 36. And we're going to take a little break from Action Comics, because in the archives, in between our last little issue, Adventure 318 and issue 319, they have placed Jimmy Olsen, Volume 1, number 76 from April 1964. So, we're going to cover it. So, let's get started. Okay, Jimmy Olsen's pal, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, Volume 1, number 76. Cover date, 1964. Cover by Kurt Swan and George Klein. As always, woo-hoo. It's got a great cover. It shows Superman flying away, and he's by the clubhouse. It is not Superboy, it is Superman. And he is saying, "Come on, Jimmy, I have a job for Elastic Lad back in the 20th century. Stop stretching me, Superman. I promised these Legionnaire beauties I'd stay in the future with them." And Saturn Girl goes, "Jimmy's mine, girls." Light Lass, "Oh no, he's my boyfriend." Triplicate Girl, "I love every yard of him." And the title of it is featuring Saturn Girl, Light Lass, and Triplicate Girl in Jimmy's Legion Romance. It is written by Jerry Siegel, Yoo-hoo. Drawn by the amazing John Forte, inked by the amazing John Forte, editor Mort Weisinger. Here's a little blurb from it. Elastic Lad and his Legion Romance. Having invited Lucy over for a date, Jimmy tries his best to try to impress her in hope that she will like him more. However, everything turns out to be uninteresting and dull compared to her. Let's give you some of the players in this comic. It is Elastic Lad, Jimmy Olsen, Legion of Superheroes, Roll Call, Light Lass, Saturn Girl, Sun Boy, Triplicate Girl, Ultra Boy, guest appearance by Lucy Lane. And then some of the other Legionnaires are mentioned, Elastic Formula, and then this is a 9-page story, so this is going to be kind of quick. And instead of, I just gave you the blurb. I'm not going to read the whole long synopsis on the website because it's kind of silly. So it starts with, one of these, when I'm starting to really enjoy those Silver Age, like the first page is 3/4 of this splash page, which gives you it's like a second color. It tells you what the story is going to be about. And it's got a description panel in the title and then some action. And this one, it starts, "Here's a story you'll chuckle over for years to come. Jimmy Olsen has traveled to the 30th century and took part in some Legion of Superheroes adventures. With startling results. See Saturn Girl spin out of orbit over him. Observe Triplicate Girl romance Jimmy like a terrific threesome." That doesn't age well. "And watch Light Lass act lightheaded with love when she's near Jimmy Boy. Read all about Elastic Boy, Jimmy, and his Legion romance." And it's got Saturn Girl, Triplicate Girl, and Light Lass pulling him, stretching his arms and legs, and he's in his god-awful Elastic Lad uniform that has Elastic Lad written on the front and back. Some of those honorary Legionnaires, I find them very quaint. And I'll just leave it at that. There's a blizzard going on outside. Jimmy's in as he puts it, the latest style dressing gown robe he's wearing. He's setting a pretty table with flowers and chilling some champagne. There's a knock on the door, and he's done this all to impress Lucy Lane. She shows up and is just horrible to him. She insults his dinner jacket. She says the champagne is sour. He makes her pheasant, and she remembers a time the Sultan of Ramanpur served her something better. She wants to go she comments about going to a movie with him like it's beneath her. So he says, "We'll watch my time monitor and view the Legion of Superheroes." But all of a sudden, outside, a time bubble appears with Sun Boy and Ultra Boy. And he goes, "I'm going to go off and have an adventure, and you just watch it on the monitor," thinking that will impress her. Sun Boy and Ultra Boy drop her off, and then he sees Saturn Girl, Triplicate Girl, Light Lass, still wearing the lightning bolts in her costume. They haven't changed her costume yet. He gets a little on the space monitor board where everybody else is, and it's part of the rules of the Legion that he has to come twice a year and be active to keep up his honorary membership. Because remember, Jimmy was made an honorary member of the Legion as Elastic Lad. So he takes the formula and he goes on an adventure. He stops a thief from stealing an ugly statue by stretching his fingers and creating a maze, and the guy gets lost. And Jewel Damsel gives him a big hug. She really loves him. Next, he goes on a mission with Lightlass, and there's this overhead monorail, and the tracks have fallen down, so Jimmy stretches, and the monorail can use him as its rail, and he gets a big hug and a smooch from Lightlass. Then there's some animals break out of a ship at the spaceport, and one of them is like an elephant, but he's got a vibrating saw like you would carve a turkey with wings and the body of an elephant. And Jimmy creates one, his own. Turns his nose into something just like it, and they become friends. And Saturn Girl gives him a big hug and calls Jimmy a doll. And then they start fighting over it. There's that cat fight. When it's all over, they say goodbye and all boo-hoo. And you find out that the three girls have just been doing this so Lucy Lane could become jealous while she's watching this all on the time monitor. And they're hoping they're helping Jimmy. After Altar Boy and Sun Boy drop him off, he goes in and Lucy's been asleep the whole time. And at the last panel is, oh no, we went through all that for nothing. Jimmy was cute, though, and he did perform some clever elastic feats. I can't wait till he comes here again soon. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll all fall for him for real. And it's just a cute little comic. It's a little bit of romance, a lot of comedy. I mean, I guess I've never read a lot of Jimmy Olsen comics. Probably said that last time we covered one. I've read the Kirby stuff so long ago I don't remember. At least some through it. It's because of the New God connection. I never kind of understood these comics. These are, this was April 64, so I'm not even born for a while. These aren't Silver Age comics that I know, and I don't think I would really, I might read. I kind of went on the app and looked around, and there's a handful of them. I'll check them out. But they're these cute little kid comics, and that's fine. I mean, it's what the comics were for. It's entertaining. I found it kind of silly. It doesn't hold up into modern sensibilities. Lucy is just a terrible person. The thing about jealousy and then the cat fight, it's all a little silly. It's just a little romance. And it seems like, that's what the Jimmy Olsen comics were, like 2 or 3 short stories. But it was entertaining. And I think y'all, there are ways to read it. I have it in the archives. I'm assuming if it's in the archives, it's been mapped onto the omnibuses. It's worth reading because it does, it's Jerry Siegel and John Forte, and it gives you a feel, and it's also showing us how Legionnaire is starting to, the Legion it's had its ongoing series now for 19 issues. We're about to do the 20th. It's appeared, and it appeared like 20 times before that. It's building its mythos in the Superman pantheon. And a lot of that is due to all these little stories in the Silver Age. And I'm enjoying it. So, that's it for this week. I knew this would be a shorter episode because it was a short comic. Next week we'll be covering issue 319 of Legion, the Legion Suicide Squad. That's kind of cool because I've been reading some Silver Age Suicide Squad in the Silver Age trade, which is really good. I'm enjoying it. It's not a type of comic I read before. I haven't read war comics. I'm looking forward till we get to the stuff from the Star Spangled Banner, where it looks a little even weirder. But that's it. On Thursday, hey, I'm doing the next part of the Avengers Defenders War. Looking forward to that as always. And this weekend, not sure what I'm dropping. I haven't planned that far out. It's been busy at work, and I'm enjoying this, and I've been doing some reading. I caught up on comics. As I said, I did in the Saturday episode. I talked what I got. I caught up on the Lonesome Warriors. It's incredible. Buy it. Tyler Crook's stuff is beautiful. It's amazing stuff. But I'm going to get some comics on Saturday, and I'm going to hope to catch up on the Avengers, X-Men, Eternals thing and kind of cover that as an episode just of what I've read so far. And then do the same with Dark Crisis. I just got to read some of the Justice League 2 that led up to it. I'm way behind on some of that. I'm getting it. I think I'm going to like it. I do the events, these crisis ones. I want to compare. Some I've liked, some I don't like. I'm saving judgment till I read it, and I'm gonna reach out to our buddy Jim and see if he wants to talk Bendis's Legion, and I hope he says yes. So after you hear this, say, Jim, please talk to Ross about Bendis's JLA Legion. Let's talk about something that, new, and see what happens. All right, folks, as always, be smart, be safe, be kind, and read some comics.